Hey all, I'm Rich on Rich Aesthetic, and let's drink deep with the HidrateSpark Pro 2. I've realized since my first HydrateSpark review video, as well as the recent HydrateSpark versus the Lark PureViz bottle video, that a lot of people, like in my daily life, don't know what a smart water bottle is. At work, I'm constantly asked why my bottle glows. And to put it simply, in the case of HydrateSpark, the smart water bottle is to help you log your hydration or your water consumption to show you how hydrated you are. For some people, that means achieving some goals because they don't drink enough water. For others, in the case of HydrateSpark, it's actually to track other kinds of fluid consumption, as you can set the bottle to different fluids in the app. And for me, well, it's because I'm a bit of a data nerd. I've actually been tracking my water intake since 2019. Though at that time, it wasn't very smart. It was just an NFC tag that I had on a regular plain old water bottle that I would tap my phone to quickly lock it into Food Noms to get it into the health app. Like before, the HydrateSpark Pro 2 bottles glow, so you can get a glow reminder or an app notification to remind you to drink. The glows also turn on after you've drank water to confirm that that drink has been logged. You can set a drink goal in the Hydrate app, which does affect the bottle because it'll glow after you've achieved your goal. The goals are two kinds, which are smart or set. The smart ones take into account your biometrics as well as the weather and your recent activity level, whereas the set goal obviously doesn't change. And the bottles are made of recycled stainless steel and are BPA and lead free according to HydrateSpark. Now for what's new. The drink sensor now charges via USB-C and lasts up to 21 days, which is about a week longer than before. Past that, it's just easier to charge USB-C. And the old proprietary charger, the pins, if they were caught on something else that was magnetic, well, there was a chance that they would break. Now, I haven't had that issue, but a lot of people online have. Now, there are also reminder sounds, which are optional. And if you have those on, you can optionally turn on a sip confirmation sound as well as a goal completion sound. Now, the thing is, you cannot have the sound reminder turned off, but the sip confirmations turned on, which I find a little annoying. However, if you tend to be ahead of your goal, you wouldn't hear the sound reminder anyways, and then you would get the sound for the sip confirmation. So just don't fall behind. Now, there's a new thing, which I'm gonna have to read exactly here, but it's called SipSense technology. So HydrateSpark says, SipSense technology tracks each sip you drink. Advanced weight sensing ensures every sip counts towards your hydration goals. We're gonna have to talk about that a little bit later. Now, with sounds being added to the drink sensor, guess what? That means Apple Find My can be supported, and we do get that. Now, I have not been able to get it work. However, there might be an editor note happening. Now, for those of you crazy conspiracy theorists out there, no, Apple's not watching where you are through this bottle. However, if you just don't trust it, you can turn it off. Here's the manual. The link to the manual is also down below, and then you can turn off Find My completely. And a quick thing about the bottle design, it now has a handle rather than a loop, which is nice because I have not been able to get my sausage fingers through that loop very easily. That's actually not true, but the handle's nice, although it feels cheap. Now let's jump into SipSense specifically. Like I said earlier, their website says this: SipSense technology tracks each sip you drink. Advanced weight sensing ensures every sip counts towards your hydration goals. This is the exact wording from their site, and if you don't ponder it too long, you may think you can just drink and not have to think about it. However, you do 100% have to set the bottle down to allow it to weigh itself to have that sip tracked. So not exactly each sip you drink. After looking at all the pours that I weighed between both bottles, I couldn't really find anything about the the new sensor that was much more accurate or even able to track at a smaller weight than the previous version. So if you already have a couple of the Pro 1 bottles around your house or have had them for a while and they're still working well and you're able to hit your hydration goals, for this feature alone, I wouldn't recommend upgrading. That being said, there's some other features we're going to talk about in a moment, but first, consider liking and subscribing for more videos like this. I am working on an update to this financial spreadsheet, which I realize is not really related to hydration goals and stuff, but I do like all things tech related, especially software and in the Apple sphere of things. So yeah, if you've been looking for something to do with Apple numbers, here's a video up there, and if it's come out, that'll also be the updated video. So the sensor now charges via USB-C, which is super cool. It's got this little waterproof, sealant there. Plug in the USB-C. You guys know how that works. Remember, the sensor, as well as the body itself, cannot be washed in the dishwasher. And one other thing is, whereas previously you had the bottle only being able to glow to give you a reminder, it can now make a sound, and we're going to jump into the app to show you how that works. Now for the bottle design. The Pro 2's paint coat has a bit of a textured feel to it, which to me feels like it's missing something. It's like the bottle was supposed to be advertised as being rugged. However, it uses cheap plastic and a handle that waggles side to side. It's just not right. And then also the color options, it's like a straight white and straight black option, which doesn't really speak rugged to me. Like, where's the space gray or like the off-white or like the scratched up textured surface? It's just, I don't know. I'm not a designer, but it doesn't feel right to me. The sensor's physical design is a lot better compared to the previous one. As you can see here, the new sensor, the rubber bottom, is better adhered to the bottom of the sensor, whereas the previous one, that rubber kind of comes off and the sensor itself can wobble on the desk, whereas the new sensor does not wobble at all. Now, the bottle still has a little bit of a wobble to it because, of course, it is a scale. But like in general, the new sensors feel a lot sturdier. And this is not a fair bottle shake comparison because it's a smaller bottle versus the larger one with a different base bottom and stuff. But I can only imagine that if I had the other large Pro 2 bottle, the 32-ounce Pro 2 bottle, it would be a very different look right now. Like I said, I've been able to customize bottle glows without an issue, even though I had to ask on Reddit, and it does seem that there is a paywall. I don't know if I somehow uncovered a bug that's allowing me to edit these features, but for $5, like these features, you're not unlocking anything that the bottle cannot already do. It's just kind of messed up. Glows and sounds. Those are just, they should be built in. Maybe I can understand paying for like different drink types and like getting the hydration score, but for $17 a year? No. That is just dumb. If I were you, I would recommend using Food Noms to track it. It's a better behaving app on iOS, just looks better. It's a good iOS like indie app. Trust the developer. And then just use the Hydrate bottle to get the water data into Food Noms. That's it. Now let's jump back into the HydrateSpark app so I can show you all the different glow setting options and also show you what they look like. The built-in glow options are rainbow, red, gold, lemon, lime, aqua blue, purple, and moonlight. And each of these comes in 3 styles of a glow, the first one being blaze, the second one being spin, and the last one being pulse. In the Glow Studio, the glow styles can be set to blaze with 2 colors or 6 colors, bounce in 2 colors, comet in 2 colors, fade in 6 colors, flash in 6 colors, pulse in 6 or 2 colors, shake in 2 colors, and finally spin in 2 or 6 colors. After you choose the glow style, then you choose the different colors you want the glow to happen with, and then you set a name for the glow. I found that each time you tap on the Create a New Glow button, you get a randomly generated glow name as well as a different glow style that you can, if you like, the random option, save immediately to then be used. To delete a glow style from the Glow Studio, you need a long press on the glow. And this is the one place in the app where I feel like they are trying or tried to use native iOS behavior. Like there's a haptic touch, the action context button is just like any other app you'd experience on iOS. It is correct. The developer who did this, nicely done. The developer who did the rest of the app, I have no words for you. Sometime in the last few months, they updated the app competitions part of the app. The leaderboards now look a little better, and there's a leaderboard for the hydration score. And at the top of the page, you have the different like social challenges, which I don't do a very good job of picking which team's going to be the most popular, but I always pick the one that I would like to win. I think it could be cool if they had some kind of a game center integration. I'm sure it would be allowed. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Maybe because it's not actually a game, or maybe because there's a possible danger. But if they could do Game Center with this, I don't know, it could be kind of cool. Now for the app design. As you may have been able to tell if you've been watching the video, I am not a fan of their app whatsoever. Insane paywalls, locking hardware features behind a software lock, and even with the small design refresh, it just doesn't belong on iOS. It doesn't feel like it belongs on iOS. I mean, just on the home tab, when you're swiping through the dates, you swipe through the date, and although the page changes, the date picker at the top, it's like a whole second or two behind. That's not right. It doesn't have any nice animations or symbols that use like a magic animation, which are now new in iOS 26. It doesn't even have the iOS 26, the liquid glass. It doesn't have the liquid glass for an app that is for liquid. It doesn't have the liquid glass design touch on it. It could look so much better if they just used the native controls. I don't know why they're using this custom why they're using this custom Android skin in an iOS app. It's insane. Past that, sometimes when my phone goes into dark mode, the app itself doesn't go into dark mode. It gets a weird dark background where the UI is still in light, and you can see that here. I mean, this is something I see constantly. Living in China, I have to use a VPN, and for whatever reason, that gets me signed out of the app. It gets me signed out of an app using a VPN just for an app that is to track my hydration. That's unacceptable. There shouldn't be a sign-in whatsoever, but fine, they want to collect my data. Thank you, Facebook, for that. But that shouldn't affect the experience of using the water bottle. I should be able to trust that if the water bottle successfully logs the drink, it should be in the app. I should be able to trust that and not be worried that I was signed out. I hate that the tracking tech is so good, but the app design is so bad, I just don't even want to use it. For anyone wanting to get into water tracking, HydrateSpark is great for that. As I said earlier, if you already have the Pro 1 and you think you want to upgrade just for water tracking accuracy alone, I don't think the sensor is that much improved for that. However, if you want to get the other features such as sound reminders, Find My support, USB-C charging, the new bottle design, yeah, for sure, the HidrateSpark Pro 2 is a good choice to either add to your collection or to join the community with. Speaking of the community, my friend code is down below in the description as well as the pinned comment, so consider connecting so we can compete on the leaderboards there. And if you live in China like me, one thing I've done to make sure the experience doesn't die is I have an automation that tells me to open the app once a day, so that way I can just double check that I'm still signed in, so it's workable. I hope you found the video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, consider liking and subscribing for more videos like this. Until the next one, I've been Rich on Rich Aesthetic. Peace out.